Hello friends, you are welcome to our literary channel Academic Domain. Today I am going to discuss the poem Break, Break, Break by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So it will be a line by line explanation of the poem in English language. Friends, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and press the bell icon to get notified my new videos. Let's discuss few points about the poem. The poem was written during early 1835 and published in 1842. It is an elegy that describes Tennyson's feelings of loss after Arthur Henry Hallam died and his feelings of isolation. So, this poem is an elegy which is composed by Tennyson on the death of his friend Arthur Henry Hallam. And he composed a great poem that is in memoriam, and it is known that Queen Victoria used to read that poem whenever she was not in a happy mood. The speaker is looking at the ocean and wishing he knew how to express his grief. So here the speaker is on the seashore and he is looking into the water, into the sea, and when he sees that how the waves of the sea are clashing with the seashore, so he also wish to express his own grief, his own feeling that arise in him. So the first stanza of the poem is Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea, and I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. So here the poet is on the seashore, he is on the bank of the river, he is on the beach, and he is addressing the sea that you keep clashing your waves with the seashore. On thy cold grey stone, break, 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 keep clashing. On thy where? On thy cold grey stones. Cold grey stones are the that seashore. So the poet is telling that poet is addressing the sea and telling that just you keep clashing your waves with the seashore, and I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. And the poet wishes here that he wish that his tongue could utter the thoughts that are arising into his heart. The second stanza is, "Oh well for the fisherman's boy that he shouts with his sister at play." Now the atmosphere around the poet is very joyful. All the things are enjoying, that may be a human being or the natural things. It's a very beautiful sea. All the things are enjoying. It's a joyful atmosphere, but the poet is not happy because he is remembering his friend who is no more. So, in the second stanza, the poet says that, "Oh, well, for the fisherman's boy, that he shouts with his sister at play." And now he sees that the fisherman's boy, the fisherman's child, he is happy and he is enjoying and he is shouting with his sister and he is playing with his sister. And the other one is, "Oh, well, for the sailor lad, that he sings in his boat on the bay." And he sees the other boy, that is sailor's boy, who is also happy and singing in his boat. The third stanza is, "And the stately ships go on to their haven under the hill, but oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still." Uh, Now, in the third stanza, the poet says that the ship, which are very grander ship, which is very gorgeous, a very stately ship. It is the ships are going to their haven, to their port. So the poet is trying to see that we see that there is a joyful atmosphere, and he sees all he the poet sees all the things happy around him. So when he sees happy, sometime you will feel that he feels a kind of jealousy when he sees the things happy around him. So but when he sees a joyful atmosphere, he is not happy. He remembers his friend who is dead, who is no more. So he says that, and the stately ships go on, the boys are playing, the boys are enjoying, they are singing, and the ships, all the the grand ship, the gorgeous ships, they are also going to their port. But I want to express my grief. I wish that my tongue could utter my grief. So he says that, and the stately ships go on to their haven under the hill. And the stately ship, the grandeur ship or the grand very gorgeous ships, they are going to their port, to their heaven which is under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. But I want to touch those hands which are vanished now, which are disappeared now. So it means he is trying to say that I want to touch my friend, I want to see my friend, but he is no more. I cannot see him, I cannot touch him. And the sound of a voice that is still, and I want to listen that voice, I want to listen that sound that is quiet now and that is still now, and which I cannot listen now because my friend is no more. He is dead. The last stanza, again poet addresses the sea. Break, break, break at the foot of thy cracks, O sea. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. Again he is addressing the sea, that keep clashing your waves to the cracks, to the rocks, and but to the at the foot of the rock, cracks means rocks. So the poet is addressing the sea, that keep clashing your waves with the foot of the rocks, but the tender grace of a day that is dead. But the tender grace of a day, but those happy days when my friend was with me, but those happy days when I was with my friend will not come back again, will never come back to me. Those days will not come back to me again. So, but I wish to express my feelings when I see the things around me are happy.